Hello everybody, it's Vinyl Rich here with vinyl video number 20. In my last video I opened up a Grolsch. One of the comments said, doesn't anybody drink Budweiser anymore? Well, no, I don't drink Bud, but I will drink a Miller Lite or Miller High Life, Coors Light for that matter, or a regular Coors, but Bud, nah. Cheers. About 4 months ago, I went to Goodwill. I was driving by and I thought, you know what? I'm seeing all these great deals on the VC. People finding all these classic albums, great albums in their thrift stores. So I thought, you know, I'm going in there. I went in there and it was like an acid flashback. The same crappy Al Hurt albums, the same crappy sing-along with Mitch Miller albums were in there. They were in there in '72 when I was in high school looking for records in thrift stores. They had the standard Herb Alpert in there, which is a notch above crappy, but I couldn't believe it. It's the same records. The ink spots, you know, the same records that were in there when I was a kid. It's like, gee, how many Herb albums did they make, you know? Well, anyways, there wasn't anything in there. They were all scratchy, crappy, nothing I wanted. A month went by, there was another Salvation Army. I went in there, same thing, bunch of crap. Went into another Salvation Army, third one. They didn't even have records in that one. So I'm about ready to give up on thrift stores. So I saw there's a Goodwill in Downey. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go in there. Went in there and they had a lot of records. But it was a mess. They had them stacked up on top of one another, just all over the place. So I went through virtually every album in there. And I put them all away in the racks, standing vertical, and I came away with 10 albums. Nothing spectacular. One that I really like a lot though, and let's just go with it. Now this first one, I don't really know why I bought it. Well, I know why I bought it. I bought it because it's still sealed. Bobby Goldsboro, Honey. I didn't really care for this song that much when it came out when I was a kid. I don't feel any different, but look at this back picture. That's pretty funny. That's a haircut right there, man. Anyways, Honey, Bobby Goldsboro on United Artists. Still sealed. Woohoo! Next one I got, a little bit cooler. Tom Jones sings She's a Lady. There's Tom looking all dapper with his pool stick. Haven't played this album yet. I haven't played most of these albums, so that's definitely cooler than Bobby Goldsboro though. This third one I have played. It's an album my brother had. My brother was a big fan of this guy. I like him too, especially his '70s stuff. Mudslide Slam by James Taylor. I think it's like his third album maybe. Oh, and the Blue Horizon. Can't forget that. It's a gatefold. Lyrics inside. Very good album. I have played this one. It's really good. Really sounds good. You Got a Friends on there. That was a good album. This one here I haven't played. Ranking Roger from the Specials. So Excited. It has like 4 different versions or mixes of So Excited and On My Conscience. I have no idea what this sounds like, but for the price. Next two are a couple of soundtracks. I don't really buy a lot of soundtracks, but I will buy some. And this is one, still in the shrink. The Graduate, with soundtrack music and mixed in with Simon and Garfunkel songs. Really good. Sounds of Silence, Mrs. Robinson, Scarborough Fair, Mrs. Robinson version 2. Next one, 2001 Space Odyssey. I really like this soundtrack. I like Clockwork Orange. That's my favorite soundtrack by Stanley Kubrick, but this one's pretty good. It's still sealed. It is a gatefold, so I haven't opened it, but it does sound. I put it on just to see how it sounded, and it sounds like it hasn't never been played, actually. Next one is a singer-songwriter, Jim Croce. I'm not as big a fan of his as I am of James Taylor. I mean, I remember when he came out with those Bad Bad, Leroy Brown, and I don't know, he had another song. I thought those songs were kind of goofy when I was back in high school, and they kind of grew on me now, you know. But this one's got I Got a Name, and I Have to Say I Love You in a Song, which is that's a pretty good song. I seen him do a live version of that, and it was actually pretty good. So I haven't played this yet. Looking forward to this one, though. I think this one might be pretty good. Still in the shrink. Next one is Wanda Jackson, Country Gospel. Probably a 60s album. '73. This is my only Wanda Jackson. I don't have any of her rockabilly stuff. Well, she's pretty cool. Next one, I almost didn't get this one because I'm not a real big fan, but it's in such good shape. Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. Came out in '69. It's in really good shape. This is what it looks like inside. And the vinyl's in very good shape too. It's on that Durham label. They had some Glenn Campbell albums there too, but I didn't get those. There was like about half a dozen albums there that I thought, oh, you know what, I'll get them later, and I put them in one certain spot. I thought I'll go back. And one of them that I did that to was this guy's Sean Phillips. This is his second album, second contribution. I got this one over his first album because this one, the album cover was in excellent shape. His first album, the album cover was in very good shape, but this one was in better shape. The vinyl on both were in really great shape. I played this album. Man, this is a good. I really like this album. Never really heard this guy before, but I recommend the guy. So 4 days later, it was less than a week later, I go, I'm going to go back and get his first one, you know. So I went back there, and I couldn't believe it. The place was a mess again. I mean, they had the records stacked up like on top of one another again. I was like, what the heck? So I went to that one section and where I put the records aside, and they weren't there anymore. So I go, you know what? I'm not going through all this again, and you know, I probably not. Thrift stores, I don't think are my thing. But man, this album is. Check him out online. See what you guys think. I was really, really impressed with this album. Anyways, guys and gals, take care. Take care, knuckleheads, and Bobby Gass and all you up there in Canada, knuckleheads. Take care.